afternoon, Trinidad, Jamaica, the rest of the world. You're live on the sound of the streets at 96, number one. Ishmael, the Demolition man, Ezel rocking the mic. Tweez in the house, and our special guest this afternoon, we've got Soca Elvis.
Thank you very much, Tweez. Thank you for having me here, man. We on already, boy?
Soca Elvis.
Nice.
Hold on, hold up, Soca Elvis. I can't give you the thank you very much like that.
Yeah, man.
You give us it the Elvis way.
Thank you very much.
And Terry Seals.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here.
What's up, guys?
Just good, man. Good to be here.
Be nice.
Got a track in my email, and it was from Maha Studios.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing Soca Elvis and Terry Seals. I said, wait, there's chutney soca these fellas got. Maha Studios, we're talking about chutney soca, yes. Island Girl. Who wrote this song, first of all?
Myself, Elvis, and Nigel Rojas.
And what made you all, thought of the song?
Elvis was the person that created the song. So Elvis will be able to elaborate on that.
Well, first of all, I was driving. I was heading to South one day. I just came back from a trip from Guyana.
Right.
And every time I travel to Guyana, I have a real big track that I did in 2010 with the Pungalung's factory called Rum Do Barami. It's been taking me all over the world.
Right.
So every time I travel, right before I go on stage, the DJs in these countries would play dancehall music. And these East Indian women, when they started broke out, so I just behind there and I scared. I say, go ahead, go up on stage after the DJ play this kind of music, boy. And I go and sing my chutney tune, boy. So everywhere, but they accept all. I realize in all parts of the Caribbean, they play soca, the women get on bad. They play the dancehall, they get on bad. And when I go on stage and sing my chutney, they get on more bad. Yeah. So, it just hit me, if we could merge the two cultures, Jamaican culture merging with soca and chutney culture, I came up with the idea of a East Indian girl coming down from Jamaica. Now, I studied it. And I realized there are close to 100,000 East Indian people from Jamaica that I never knew about, and I traveled to Jamaica many times.
That is so true. That is so true.
So I said I created this character.
It's the same way when people see Chinese Jamaicans.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you see a Chinese saying, "Oh, wagwan."
They're blown away.
And then they catch yourself, right.
Byron Lee.
Especially the first time,
first time.
You know what I mean?
So that's how it came about, and I called Terry right away. I remember the exit when I passed in Freeport exit, heading south. I called Terry. I said, Terry, I have a nice idea, boy. We think about this, and I told him, about this Jamaican chick coming to Trinidad to share in our culture. She never experienced it before, but she know the dancehall thing, and then she meet one of we own people down here. And that's how the story went, you know what I mean? And then we went to the studio and we brought Nigel Rojas in as well. He gave us a little percentage of the song, but Terry and I mostly wrote the song,
But why Terry though, Elvis? Why Terry? The first person that came to mind.
Well, Terry and I, we live in the same hood. He's from St. Anne's, I'm from Cascade. You know what I mean?
Like my family. First, I'm a neighbor. Secondly, yes, we did a song that won the best chutney
video last year.
The awards. Called Dramatiz, a true story with Elvis.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Where Elvis gave away so many dollars to this lady, and it did well.
And he ain't get nothing.
And nothing. Salt.
Yeah.
So we continue the vibe. And,
right.
I mean, first person he called, he said, "Nah, boy, Terry, but your voice is the voice for that."
Yeah, for this tune, you know what I mean? So I told him, I said, let me try and do something more crossover, even though it's a chutney soca, let me try and get more on the crossover market. We didn't really push to get Jumati on the urban stations last year. We kept it, to about 3-4 stations, and we knew our limits, you know what I mean? But with this song, we kind of gained discovered.
Full out.
And when Tweez say he love it, that's in full endorsement. You know what I mean? Full endorsement.
VP Records
actually signed the song.
They signed the song in the process. We actually signed it. We're just doing up the artwork now. We're going to be on all the downloads.
Things nice, things lovely.
As a single, as an electronic single.
That's a good look.
That's good. Well done.
Definitely.
So what's been going on with you for the past year?
Well,
I know you hard into business, but you don't ever forget the soca or the soca chutney.
Well, Tweez, if you remember, in the 1980s, I sang, I'll do it real quick, I sang in a well-known rock band called Frantic.
Yes.
Then in 1990, this band or whatever you call it, and we became Second Image with Russell Cadogan, myself, Ghetto Flex, Trisha Lee Kelshall. I did that, I ride the wave for a few years with that, and then I formed my own band with Ajala. So I've been performing as Michael Zoom Saloon back in those times.
Yes.
And then I got a little fed up of being a band singer, and I wanted to try something different. And I saw Andy Stevenson, the local Michael Jackson.
And
I said, you know what, if we could have a Michael Jackson Trinidad version.
have Elvis.
We could have our Elvis. And this was all for fun. This was all for fun. It was just supposed to last a year. And then Spectacular called me. And they said,
I remember that.
Yeah.
You on every single show. Every single show.
Yeah.
All through the year. The next year come people still calling him. I remember that.
Encore like Rain 5-6 Encore
yeah,
nights, you know.
yeah.
So that it kept getting better and better. I went to London. I kept doing good. But then I started to get I got branded as a kind of a, not a clown, I want to say, but more of a sit-down act where people come and see you and they clap and they like you. I kind of lost the party flavor going in a fete, mashing up a fete like when I was in Atlantic or Second Image.
Yeah.
So I got that kind of branding. And when they closed down, I decided, well, let me try something different. And I jumped into the chutney market. I tried to change my name one year, but people branded me as Soca Elvis.
Stuck with you.
Yeah. Here, wearing a short haircut, I cut off the sideburns. Still people know me as Soca Elvis. Yeah. So that, that's what I've been doing. I've been in the Chutney Soca market for the last 7 years. I did really well at the Chutney Soca Monarch for a couple of years. I came third one year right after Ricky Jai and Rupal G. And I've been doing good. So I decided, I wanna ride the boat now with a collaboration. And
What about you, Terry?
Well, I was out of the scene for a while. Started getting older and wanted to make some babies. 2008 was my last song that I had that was popular. It's Think It Over. After that, I kind of give it a rest. I had to choose financially. Either the family or the career.
Right.
But it was a hustle at the time.
Right.
I decided, nah, man, bring them on. So after that, just was kind of laid back. I actually did a track with Megan Trainor this year. Going to release that very soon too.
Wow. All right.
So after that was it basically. Just out of the scene, quiet for a while. But this time I'm making it a business. I'm making this my business.
You're going right back into it.
Straight like a pan seam. Making this my business.
They're going to sing it live too. This is Soca Elvis. This is Terry Seals, Island Girl.
I tell them, my productions.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Terry.
Yeah.
I tell them, Island girl, Caribbean girl, Jamaican girl, love up Trinidad ball. I met this Indian girl, she come down from Jamaica. She come for carnival, of which she was a stranger.
She never hear chutney soca.
That's right.
Or the sweet sound.
Oh, yeah.
She only know dance hall from the day that
Come
she was
on, sing it, please. Come on, sing it, man. Come singing. This pretty Jamaican, love the chutney music so bad her body was taken. Squeeze, but on another level, and when she feel the vibration, she said I rock it back and then cock it back. This Jamaican girl, Island girl. Go down, I say go down, right now. Go down, wind to the ground, bend over and come up. I say go down, right now. Wind to the ground, bend over and go down. I say go down, right now. This Jamaican girl, tip on she toe, tip on she toe.
This Jamaican Indian girl, she mashing up the party. The way she walk, she waves, she seasoned like a trini.
First time she in a fed, stripping and soaking wet. If you see she go down low to a sundar popo. What? This pretty Jamaican, love the chutney music so bad her body was taken to another level, and when she feel the vibration, she said rock it back and then rock it back. This Jamaican girl, Island girl.
Soca Elvis and Terry Seals with the Island Girl. Fellas, I know that a video has to come for this song.
Of course.
I'm sure pretty sure you don't have the concept in mind
course,
already.
Of course.
I really interested in seeing who's the East Indian girl. I'm going to pull this off.
She have more fun than the passport office.
I can imagine.
Hey, beautiful song, guys.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure.
Thanks a lot, man.
So, well, I know what's going on. I don't have to ask. I know they're going into the competition hard.
Hard.
Of course, the competition early this year, though. I think
Right.
the semis is the 9th.
Right.
And then 2 weeks after that is the final, the 24th. So we hoping,
Wishing
we go
all,
be there.
wishing
Yeah,
all the
man.
best. How can we reach you all on
Thanks, man.
social network?
Everywhere you can find us. Want to big up my team first and foremost, my manager Kenny. Big up Mike Starr. Want to big up President JP. Want to big up Simone. Want to big up everybody. You can find us on Twitter, Terry Seals. Instagram, Terry Seals. Facebook, Terry Seals. All over the place, Terry Seals.
And Soca Elvis, same thing.
Yeah, man.
All them thing too, you know what I mean? And big up to Maha Productions, Rishi
For
Maha
sure,
Yeah,
too.
for
man.
sure.
Big up Rishi
yeah,
every
man.
time.
Must big up Rising
Nice.
Star who sponsoring the video to us. So look out for that video from Rising
tune.
Star.
All right.
Joel,
Yeah, man.
Anand, love.
Enough respect.
Yes,
Thanks for
love
passing through, guys.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having us, man.